What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be watching and reacting to Apollo 13 from 1995. So I believe this has something to do with the moon landings. I don't know if it's like the initial moon landing or if it's going to be about a like secondary moon landing or something, but I guess we'll find out. I believe it's based on true events, though. That's pretty much all I know about this movie. I know Tom Hanks is in it as well. I don't even know who directs this movie. I don't know much. That's all I'm saying. But this is a Patreon request from Mike, so thank you very much for the request. Let's just jump right into this. If you want to see the full cut reaction, that'll be on my Patreon. Link that'll be in the description down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's watch.
Now, the important thing when you're penetrating the lunar module is your attitude and your relative state.
Oh shit, there's a lot of Kevin Bacon movies I haven't seen.
Absolutely.
And Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton's in every fucking movie in the 80s and 90s. Same with Tom Hanks.
Put this on ice in the back of the rest and make sure it gets cold.
Oh, Xander Berkeley's in this too.
I wouldn't mind being up there tonight.
God, who would? Our day's coming. We're not gonna cut the program before number 14.
You know, my cousin called, asked who we bribed to get on Jim Lovell's crew. I just told him they wanted to make sure he got the best.
I really appreciate you all coming to this dress rehearsal party for my Apollo 12 landing.
Sit down, Conrad.
I think we should all take a moment to recognize the exemplary, damn near heroic effort displayed by Neil Armstrong's backup for this historic moonwalk. Let's hear it for Jim Lovell, Kim Matty, and Fred Hayes.
Coming down the ladder now. Okay.
Boy, look at those pictures. Wow.
At the foot of the ladder. The lamb footbeds are only depressed in the surface about 1 or 2 inches, almost like a powder.
Armstrong is on the moon.
Yeah,
Neil Armstrong.
now.
Yep, so this is when it happened.
American, standing on the surface of the moon on this July 20th, 1969.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Yeah, it's gotta be one of the craziest moments in human history. I mean, if anything shows like the advancement in technology, it would be that. That's like the #1 event.
We're back inside now. Looking up at us. Is that something?
I bet Jenny Armstrong doesn't get a wink of sleep tonight.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be scary because you could die up there.
Columbus and Charles Lindbergh and Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong.
So I'm guessing he's gonna go on like another mission to the moon.
World where man has walked on the moon. It's not a miracle. We just decided to go. Apollo 8, we were so close, just 60 nautical miles down. It was like I could just step out and walk on the face of it. I want to go back there.
Where's my mountain?
Well, it's right up by the. Okay, you see where the shadow crosses the white area there. That's the Sea of Tranquility, and your mountain's right there on the edge of that. Your mountain, Maryland, Mountain Maryland.
I don't see it.
Well, you gotta look harder.
The astronaut is only the most visible member of a very large team, and all of us, right down to the guy sweeping the floor, are honored to be a part of it. What did the man say? Give me a lever long enough and I'll move the world? Well, that's exactly what we're doing here. This is divine inspiration, folks. The best part of each one of us, the belief that anything is possible. Now, this is the actual launch vehicle that will be taking Alan Shepard and his crew on the first leg of the Apollo 13 mission.
Okay, Apollo 13.
I'm slated to be the commander of Apollo 14 sometime late next year.
If there is an Apollo 14.
I feel like he's gonna end up going on the Apollo 13 mission.
Steve Slayton. Deke is one of the original Mercury 7 astronauts. Now he's our boss. He hands out the astronauts' flight assignments, so naturally we kick back part of our salaries to Deke every month. How much this month, Deke?
Jim, can I have a minute? Something's come up.
Sure, Henry? Hey! You know that Easter vacation trip we had planned for Acapulco? I was thinking there might be a slight change in destination. Maybe, say, the moon.
Something bad's gonna happen. They're making a movie out of this. I feel like it's gonna go wrong,
Head
right?
of the line in the Fraumora Highlands.
6 months? You're moving up 6 months?
I feel like I've heard of it before. I just don't remember, to be honest.
Sure.
Like Apollo 13 rings a bell. Like I'm sure I've learned about it, but I just don't remember.
I gotta get over there. We're gonna have to get up to speed on this. I'm gonna walk on the moon, Marilyn.
I know. Can't believe it. Naturally, it's 13.
This was only like a few months after the first landing.
Yeah, I'm coming up on that now.
It must have been so expensive to build these sets.
75 feet. We're coming up on docking.
Unless they were already like things that existed that they just had. I don't know. I'm sure most of it was built for the movie.
Wait a minute, I lost something here. I can't translate up.
Houston, we are down and away.
You want to just back off and take another run at this?
No, I got it. Let me,
Houston, I'm going to reset the high gain.
Bells.
40 feet.
They're all gray.
capture.
That's it. That's it.
Sweet move, Ken. Beautiful, beautiful.
Gentlemen, that is the way we do that.
Oh, man, that woke me up.
Backup crew, you're up in the simulator.
Oh, so Kevin Bacon's part of the backup crew?
Guys, I want to work it again.
We got to be up with the Dawn Patrol headed for Bethpage, what, 0700?
Wheels up at 07.
Yeah, I know, but my rate of turn is still a little too slow there. I really think we should work it again.
Well, let's get it right.
Okay, set it up again, Frank.
I mean, yeah, it's good to be safe, so make sure he's perfect at it.
Apollo 13, we show S4B shut down and all systems are nominal. Fred, set the S-band Omni to B, and when you get in the LEM to forward.
Hey, we got a problem.
Master alarm?
I can't get it loaded. We got a master.
What the hell is going on? Oh, this is a dream. This has to be a dream, right? Oh, yeah, this is a dream. They're already up there. Definitely a dream. Damn. Holy shit. I mean, yeah, that would be terrifying. So that's something I'd be having nightmares about leading up to it as well. Oh, was that her having nightmares? I wasn't even hit. Oh, interesting. Actually makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if he had nightmares about it too, but he doesn't seem as scared about it as she is.
Did you know the astronauts on the fire?
Yeah, I did. I knew the astronauts in the fire. All of them.
Did that happen again?
Well, I'll tell you something about that fire.
Statistically, probably, but you'd hope it wouldn't. You hope they learn from it.
A door called the hatch. They couldn't get it open when they needed to get out. Well, a lot of things went wrong in that fire.
Did they fix it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We fixed it. It's not a problem anymore.
I like that he's not like lying about it though. Like he's not like, oh, that fire didn't happen. Like, you know what I mean? He's not trying to like play it off. He's just straight up like, yeah, it was a tragedy, but we fixed it. Bad stuff could still happen though, and it probably will.
So I was looking at the kids' school schedule coming up. It's a very busy week. I'm thinking about not going to the launch.
Should probably be hella nervous there.
Huh.
The kids need me at home, honey.
Marilyn, we've had these kids for a while now. They've never kept you from coming to the other launch.
Yes, but now we have your mother. She's just had this stroke.
Mom's fine.
Honey, it's not like I've never been to a launch before. The other wives have not done 3. I just don't think I can go through all that.
Yeah, I get it. She doesn't want to be thinking about it. She just wants to live on. The launch is probably the scariest part, right? That's the part that's, I feel like, most likely to have a bad thing happen, right? Same thing with like planes nowadays. I mean, there's literally like the liftoff and the landing. Those are the scariest parts. Everything else is not as dangerous.
That the public regards this flight as routine.
There's nothing routine about flying to the moon. I can vouch for that. I think that an astronaut's last mission, his final flight, well, that's always going to be very special.
Why is this your last, Jim?
I'm in command of the best ship with the best crew that anybody could ask for, and I'll be walking in a place where there's 400 degrees difference between sunlight and shadow. I can't imagine ever topping that.
Yeah, I feel like as long as you have enough money at that point, which I'm sure you will as an astronaut, that's a good place to retire after that.
We've got a problem. I just got some blood work back from the lab. Charlie Duke has the measles.
So we need a new backup.
You've all been exposed to it.
Well, I've had the measles.
Ken Mattingly has it.
You want to break up my crew
Is that gonna
2 days
postpone
before
them,
the
or?
launch, when we can predict each other's moves, and we can read the tone of each other's voice.
Ken Mattingly will be getting seriously ill precisely when you and Hayes will be ascending from the lunar surface to rendezvous.
Oh, why can't they just postpone it? I don't know.
All right, now look. Jack Swigert has been out of the loop for weeks.
He's fully qualified to fly this mission.
He's a fine pilot. But when was the last
Is
time...
that Kevin Bacon's character?
We can either scrub Mattingly and go with Swigert, or we can bump all 3 of you to a later mission.
Hmm.
I've trained for the Fraumora Highlands, and this is flight surgeon horseshit, Deke.
Jim, if you hold out for Ken, you will not be on Apollo 13.
Damn.
It's your decision.
I get it though.
Take that. Because I'm on the backup crew. The crew has to set up the guest list and book the hotel room. Swagger.
He was definitely not expecting to be joining.
I understand. Thank you, sir.
Medical guys. I had a feeling when they started doing all the blood tests. I mean, I know it's their ass if I get sick up there, but I mean, Jesus! Swigert, he'll be fine. He's strong.
I wonder if this mission's gonna go bad because of this. Is this gonna be like what causes it?
You sure about this, Jim? I mean, why don't I go upstairs and talk to Deke? I'm sure we can work this out.
This was my call.
Must have been a tough one. I don't have the measles. I'm not gonna get the measles.
Ken, wait up.
Houston, we are at 400,000 feet, passing entry interface.
It's a story here. I got a corridor light. We're coming in too shallow. I'm going to manual.
Houston, switching to SCS.
Okay, we're at 3 Gs. 5 Gs. We're at 8 Gs. 9. 10.
Yeah, he's gonna be failing a bunch.
We're at 12 Gs.
12 Gs, we're burning up.
So they would have been dead.
Damn it.
I gave him a false indicator light right
Damn,
there.
why is it so...
Even Mattingly didn't get it.
Oh, this shit seems so insanely stressful. I mean, obviously, but it's like little mistakes like that could just mess everything up.
If I had $1 for every time they killed me in this thing, I wouldn't have to work for you, Deke.
Well, we have 2 days. We'll be ready.
2 days? Like, I don't know. I guess they have like investors and stuff and they have to abide by certain deadlines. But I mean, I feel like delaying it a couple days, like, or even a week or two, like, I don't know. That would obviously help.
Whoa, we can't go across that road. We don't want Daddy to get any of our germs and get sick in outer space, right?
Not giving your mom a hard time, are you?
Yeah, that was interesting how they can't interact with people for a couple days because if they get sick up there, that's not good. Oh, she did show up. Well, this isn't the launch, though. This is just the day before the launch.
Well, hey, that looks like Marilyn Lovell, but it can't be. She's not coming to the launch.
I heard it was going to be a hell of a show.
Oh, so is she gonna stay out here until the launch?
Let's say goodnight. We got a big day tomorrow for these guys.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's why you don't have a drain like that. That's a terrible drain. A lot of foreshadowing going on here. I hope they don't die.
I'm gonna give these guys a beautiful ride.
Sure you will, Jack.
I would hate being in one of those helmets. I wonder if it's gonna go bad right away or if it's gonna take some time.
Jim, you're all set.
I like how they didn't show his face at first. He was in it earlier though. Did we not see him before? I don't remember. Maybe we didn't. I thought I saw him in the background.
Apollo 13 flight controllers, listen up. Give me a go, no go for launch. Booster.
Go.
Retro. Go. Vital.
We go fly.
Guidance.
Guidance, go.
Yeah, they need a lot of people to be like fully on board, paying attention.
Control.
Go fly.
Procedures.
Go.
Inco.
Go.
Even one person not being ready, they can't do it.
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
But again, like, the amount of, like, progression between all of this in, like, the early 1900s, like, that century is probably the most insane century in human history. It has to be, right? Like, just the amount of advancement in everything, technology. I mean, 2000s have had some stuff, but I feel like, you know, I don't know, there's just, you just look at the difference between, like, all this shit that they have. They're so mastered at it, and it's, like, relatively newer stuff, you know? And they're in the 60s in this, right? 70s? I guess it's 1970, yeah.
Fuel pumps. This is it. A few bumps and we're hauling the mail.
We're go for launch.
The clock is running.
I hate flying in planes. I couldn't imagine being in that thing. The feeling of it, oh.
We see your PPC is clear 13.
Inboard. Get ready for a little choke, fellas.
So where's the hard part? I guess that was the hard part, right? I don't know if there's a harder part coming up.
Houston, this is 13. We've got a center engine cut off. Go on the other floor.
Roger that, 13. We show the same.
Booster, can you confirm that center engine cut off?
Roger that flight. Looks like we lost it.
Vital,
Oh,
what's that gonna do?
shit.
Stand by flight.
I need to know if the IU is correct me for the number 5 shutdown.
What the f? Abort?
What's the story on engine 5?
Yeah, they gotta figure that shit out.
Looks good. We're still go. We'll be all right as long as we don't lose another one.
Oh my god.
We're not sure why the inboard was out early, but the other engines are a go, so we're just going to burn those remaining
So it's not even gonna be a pilot error, it's gonna be the fucking engines that's gonna... This is terrifying.
We just had our glitch for this mission.
Yeah, just the one, I hope. So how long does it take them to actually reach the moon?
13, this is Houston. Predicted cutoff is 12 plus 3-4, over.
How does it work getting back home? I do gotta question that. I don't know. I guess we'll see. If they get home, I hope they do. I wonder how they filmed this, because there's no way they were actually filming it in a place where they were able to imitate like no gravity like that, or low gravity.
Flight booster, SOS-4B shut down.
TLI's on the money. Looks good, Fly.
Roger, Fido. Okay, guys, going to the moon.
Okay, Houston, CMP here. I've exchanged couches with Jim. I'm in the pilot seat. Gonna go ahead and get set for transposition and docking.
Oh, don't be sick. Oh. Yeah, it's realistic, but it's disgusting. Oh.
Fredo, you okay?
Oh.
Pick up the lunar module.
Odyssey, you're good. Okay, we're ready for CSM separation.
Okay, SMRCS ISO valves are all gray. Okay, Swaggart, command module pilot. She's all yours.
Houston, we've got a good separation. Translation looks good.
We confirmed that, 13.
You know, Fredo, Frank Borman was up chucking most of the way to the moon on Apollo 8.
I'm all right. I just ate too much breakfast. Let's go to work.
And pitching up, pitch rate 2.5 degrees per second.
See you pitching around.
Keep an eye on that telemetry.
Roger that. Swagger can't dock this thing. We don't have a measure.
How's the alignment?
GDC, align, thrusting forward.
100 feet.
Watch the alignment now.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. I'm on top of it.
How are we looking, Fredo?
We're not there yet. 40 feet.
I guess this is the hardest part of the whole thing.
Come on, rookie, park that thing.
Oh, so that they already sent there probably a while ago, so that's okay. And this is the space station they're going to be on for a bit. Yeah, I mean, Interstellar made it pretty clear that this is the scariest part of any mission. Ooh.
Capture.
Talk
Nice.
back, is Barbara Pole?
Go ahead and retract.
That's crazy.
Houston, we have hard dock.
Roger, understand. Good deal, Jack.
Okay, Houston, we have lamb extraction.
Oh, we copied that, 13. Now you're off to the Fra Mara.
Houston, we are ready for the beginning of the PTC, and I think once we're in that barbecue roll, Jack and I will eat.
Hey, I'm hungry.
Are you sure?
Yes, out of a dead rhinoceros.
Ew, but I get it, you know. I can't even eat in an airplane. I always just the anxiety of it and everything. So trying to eat in the fucking space station, it just wouldn't happen. That's why I'm not an astronaut. That's why I'm not an astronaut. I'm not made for that.
Okay, overboard dump coming up.
They just drop the urine out into space.
Here it comes. Constellation Orion.
Oh yeah, we really needed to see that. Yeah, we did.
Now that's a beautiful sight.
Barbara, we are going to your father's broadcast.
No, I'm never coming out. Still going on about the stupid Beatles breaking up?
That's what she's worried about now, not her father going on a space mission.
The whole world is going to be watching this broadcast, young lady. And so are we.
Okay, good evening, America, and welcome aboard Apollo 13. I'm Jim Lovell, and we're broadcasting to you tonight from an altitude of almost 200,000 miles away from the face of the Earth, and we have a pretty good show.
Something's gonna go wrong while they're live streaming.
Hello, world.
They got all like the late 60s, early 70s music in this.
That was supposed to be the theme to 2001 in honor of our command module Odyssey.
But there seems to have been a last-minute change in the program.
Oh yeah, the movie came out in 68.
19, I'm going to take my entire collection of Johnny Cash along.
All the networks dumped us. One of them said we made going to the moon about as
What?
exciting as taking a trip to Pittsburgh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He's in outer space.
Aw.
I've been accused of receiving...
This is all the channels we get.
They really wouldn't broadcast it? If something's gonna go wrong, and then they'll start broadcasting it, right? That's what's gonna fucking happen. I guess that makes sense though, because it's like the first time going to moon is like holy shit, but once you do it so many enough times, it's like you know, it's just routine. They're calling about it before. That's like it's just routine at this point. But it's only been going on for a year. It's not like it's still pretty crazy.
Now, when we get ready to land on the moon, Fred, Hayes, and I will float through this access tunnel into the lunar module.
That stir's going to be on both H2 and both O2 tanks, is that correct?
Spacecraft will remain connected. Well, folks, as you can probably tell, the Aquarius isn't much bigger than a couple of telephone booths. The skin of the LEM in some places is only as thick as a couple of layers of tinfoil.
As fun as it looks, I just know the feeling of it would suck. Like I would hate the feeling of it, but it does look fun.
Okay, we'll head back up the tunnel now and back into the Odyssey.
But yeah, how are they filming in this though?
Turn to the command. Stand by one, Houston. Houston, that bang you heard was Fred Hayes on the cabin repress valve. He really gets our hearts going every time with that one. Okay, we're about to close out the Aquarius and return to the Odyssey. So, this is the crew of the Apollo 13, wishing everyone back on Earth a pleasant evening. Well, between Jack's back taxes and the Fred Hayes show, I'd say that was a pretty successful broadcast.
And then if you could give your oxygen tanks a stir.
Oh shit. It is gonna be a technical error, holy shit. Oh! Damn!
Hey, we've got
it's a master alarm. That's the alarm that was going off in that dream, right? It doesn't really mean anything, but it was just... Damn.
Houston, we have a problem. We have a
Is that where that quote comes from?
We've got a lot of thruster activity here.
I had no idea that's where that quote came from. It makes sense.
We got multiple caution and warning, Houston. We've got to reset and restart.
Like the heart rates are skyrocketing.
Econ, what's your data telling you?
Holy shit.
Oh boy, what's going on here? Flight, let me get back to you. Flight GNC? Flight, they're all over the place.
Someone f***ed up.
Ecom, is this an instrumentation problem, or are we looking at real power loss?
Let's get that hatch button. The limb might have been hit by a meteor.
Yep. The tunnel's really torquing it all.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't a human error. It could have been something else, but regardless, like, they gotta figure this shit out.
So we have a main bus A undervolt now, too. It's reading 25.5. Main bus B is reading zip right now. We got a wicked shimmy up here.
A wicked shimmy.
Honestly, we need a confirmation. What system do you have down?
Houston, I'm switching over quad C to main A.
They are keeping their composure, though. I would be literally freaking out. I'm sure internally they're freaking out, but they're keeping it together.
2 compressor. What don't we have? AC bus 1.
There's a lot of debris, though.
2. Command module computer. And O2 flow high. I don't know. Maybe this is a caution and warning failure.
Houston, we are venting something out into space.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's debris.
I can see it outside of window 1 right now. It's definitely,
Yeah, yeah.
a gas of some sort.
It's like smoke.
It's got to be the oxygen.
Oh shit! There's no fucking way. That'll kill him. Easy.
Roger, Odyssey, we copy your venting.
Give me an alarm.
Okay, let's everybody think of it.
The way this movie's structured, no way they're gonna die. Like, they're gonna figure this out, right?
I want everybody to alert your support teams. Wake up anybody you need, get them in here. Let's work the problem, people. Let's not make things worse by guessing.
Fair.
We're seeing the same, 13.
Can we review our status here, Si? Let's look at this thing from a standpoint of status. What have we got on the spacecraft that's good?
I'll get back to you, Gene.
Damn.
We're not gonna have power much longer.
They're not even close to the moon, so it's not like they can try to land or something. Yeah, it's gotta be stressful for everyone in there, not just the people on the ship.
Down the reactant valves of the fuel cells.
What the hell good is that gonna do?
If that's where the leak is,
Reserve some oxygen.
we can isolate it there and we can save what's left in the tanks and we can run on the good cell.
You close them, you can't open them again. You can't land on the moon with one healthy fuel cell.
They have to abort the mission. They can't land on the fucking moon.
The Odyssey is dying. From my chair here, this is the last option.
Yeah, no moon landing bullshit. You gotta somehow get them back on Earth.
Capcom, let's have them close reactant valves.
13, this is Houston. We want you to close react valves on cells 1 and 3.
Shutting down the fuel cells. Did I hear you right?
Yeah, they heard me right. Tell them we think that's the only way they can stop the leak.
Yeah, Jim, we think that closing the react valves may stop the leak.
May. Yeah, they're pissed because they know this means they can't do the landing. But, I mean, your life's more important at this point.
You copy, Jim?
We just lost the moon.
It's alright. Save your life now. I think that's like the most important thing. But I get why they'd be devastated about that. They did all this for nothing.
We're not gonna have enough power left to get home.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Don't tell me it's actually dropping still. What?
Shit.
God damn. Are you
Houston,
kidding me?
O2 on 1 is still falling.
Yeah, someone has to go outside and patch it up or something, right?
We don't have that much time.
Oh my god. Shit is stressful.
15 minutes of oxygen, and that's it. The command module will be dead.
15 minutes?
Listen up, here's the drill. We're moving the astronauts over to the LEM. Gotta get some oxygen up there.
Okay, we gotta transfer all control data over to the LEM computer before the command module dies.
We've got serious time pressure here, Jim. Gotta get the guidance program transferred. Gotta do it before you're out of power in the command module. Or you're not gonna be able to navigate up there.
How much time? Can you give me a number?
Well, we're looking at less than 15 minutes of life support in the Odyssey.
Oh my god.
We got 15 minutes, Frodo. It's worse than I thought.
Something that's supposed to take 3 hours to get ready, they have to do it in 15 minutes now?
Houston, this is 13. Are you back with me now?
This looks really good for 1995.
Man, there's a lot of debris floating around out there.
I'm gonna need your gimbal angles, Jack, before you shut down the computer.
Okay, Jim. I need this back to me before they power down.
All right, I got it. Hold on.
Now, Jack, we need to proceed with steps 12 through 17 quickly. You're down to about 8 minutes remaining.
Fuel cell pumps off, O2 fans.
Trying to do math when under pressure. Oh my god.
I need a double check of the arithmetic.
Yeah, you can go, Jim.
Okay, the roll cal angle is -2.
Stand by, we're checking it.
We've got negative visibility on our star field, and if this paperwork isn't right, who knows where we'll end up out here.
Looks good, Fly.
Good thing they got a mathematician on team. Holy shit. I'm sure there's certain roles that are specifically, you know, about the, or physicists. I don't know what it would be, but you know what I mean.
The Apollo 13 spacecraft has lost all electrical power.
Oh shit.
Fred Hayes and Jack Swigert are
Jim's wife sees this.
using it as a lifeboat, so they'll have electrical power for their radios on the command module. If the LEM oxygen supply, plus whatever is left of the command module's oxygen, can't last them until they can get back to Earth.
What do you mean there's no immediate danger? I just heard they're losing oxygen. Can they get back?
The Apollo 13 astronauts may be in grave danger.
No, don't give me that NASA bullshit. I want to know what's happening with my husband.
Damn.
Our RCS isn't up here yet. We have no attitude control on Aquarius.
They don't have control? Did we miss a step here? Control? What the hell happened?
Why can't I know this out? Flying with a dead elephant on our back.
Aquarius, watch that middle gimbal.
We don't want you tumbling off into space.
Aquarius, this is Houston. We got you both on box.
You want what? You want us to go to Vox, Andy? You have a hot mic. We're reading everything you say.
Why are so many people here? You know, your dad's flying his mission.
He said he was going to get me a moon rock.
Something broke on your daddy's spaceship, and he's gonna have to turn around before he even gets to the moon.
How you doing? Houston Aquarius,
The movie does a really good job of the tension though, and just showing how terrifying it is for like everyone involved.
Do we know for sure that we can power this thing back up?
It's gonna get awfully cold in here. Copy that, Jack. Have to deal with that later.
We confirm shutdown, Jack.
Lunar module now in control.
Dude, that is terrifying.
Fredo, we're gonna have to execute some sort of a burn here. It's just a matter of when.
Did they shut us all down in there?
Didn't think we'd be back in here so soon. Houston, how far off course do you project we are, over?
From this moment on, we are improvising a new mission.
To get them home?
How do we get our people home? They are here. We turn around.
No, sir. We get them on a free return trajectory. The option with the fewest question marks for safety.
I agree with Jerry. Use the moon's gravity, slingshot them around.
The LEM will not support 3 guys for that amount of time. We've got to do a directive work. We do an about face, we bring the guys right home right
Oh, the disagreements don't help. I mean, I understand they need to talk it through, but they gotta figure something out fast.
Well, Lovell has told us it could have been damaged in an explosion, so let's consider that engine dead. We light that thing up, could blow the whole works. It's just too risky. In fact, the only thing the command module is good for is re-entry, so that leaves us with the LEM. Once we get the guys around the moon, we'll fire up the LEM engine, make a long burn, pick up some speed, get them home as quick as we can.
Gene, I'm wondering what the Grumman guys think about this.
We can't make any guarantees. We designed the LEM to land on the moon.
Oh, shit.
Well, fortunately, we're not landing on the moon, are we? I don't care what anything was designed to do. I care about what it can do. So let's get to work. Let's lay it out, okay?
After this burn, we've got to build some time in the flight plan for the...
Day 4? Holy shit. Well, oh, day 4 is in, okay, like they were already building to that. Never mind. I don't know. For some reason, it made me think they've been doing this for 4 days. Like it's 4 days later. But no, that's not what it means. It's just the next morning, I guess.
You want to look?
Aquarius, that's 30 seconds till loss of signal.
Mayor Tranquilitatis. You and Buzz's old neighborhood.
Coming up on Mount Maryland. Jim, you got to take a look at this.
We expect loss of signal in approximately 10 seconds.
So long, Earth. Catch you on the flip side.
The problem now is not so much a question of an adequate oxygen supply, but it is the rate of consumption of water, which is vitally...
Tsiolkovsky crater. I can't believe how bright the ejector blanket is.
It's beautiful.
Is this him imagining what it would be like to step on the moon? Yeah, because obviously they're not gonna get to do it. Who composed the soundtrack? I'll look it up after the movie, but it's some beautiful music. I feel like movies in the 90s always had some of the best soundtracks. Like, they have great soundtracks nowadays, but there's really something about those 90s movies that just hit really hard with the music. Like, there's so many examples that I could give.
13, this is Houston. We're reading your telemetry
Tree. Good to see you again. We're picking you up at a velocity of 7,062 feet per second at a distance from the moon of 56 nautical miles. Stand by for your PC+2 burn data.
Gotta tell you, I'd need to take this baby down, though.
Gentlemen, what are your intentions? I'd like to go home.
Yeah, that's more important.
We're gonna need a contingency if we lose comm with Houston. Fredo, let's get an idea where we stand on the consumables. Get into the Odyssey and bag up all the water you can before it freezes. Let's go home.
So you're telling me you can only give our guys 45 hours? That brings them to about there.
Shit.
Gentlemen, that's not acceptable.
We gotta talk about power here. Whoa,
Yeah, finding solutions that don't work, it's not a waste of, it's a waste of time.
Without it, they don't talk to us, they don't correct their trajectory, they don't turn the heat shield around. We gotta turn everything off.
So they save the energy.
With everything on, the LEM draws 60 amps. At that rate, in 16 hours, the batteries are dead, not 45.
Oh my god.
We gotta get them down to 12. We have to turn off the radars, cabin heater, instrument displays, the guidance computer, the whole smash.
Whoa, guidance computer. What if they need to do another burn? Gene, they won't even know which way they're pointed.
The more time we talk down here, the more juice they waste up there. I've been looking at the data for the past hour.
That's the deal?
That's the deal.
Okay, John. The minute we finish the burn, we'll power down the LEM.
All right.
This is just terrible.
We're gonna have a frozen command module up there. In a couple days, we're gonna have to power it up, use nothing but the re-entry battery.
Been tried before.
Hell, we've never even simulated it before, Gene.
Well, we're gonna have to figure it out.
Gotta do things on the spot. Damn, this movie's all about working under pressure, basically,
The
right?
engineer who designed every switch, every circuit, every transistor, and every light bulb that's up there. Then I want you to talk to the guy in the assembly line who actually built the thing. Find out how to squeeze every amp out of both of these goddamn machines. I want this mark all the way back to Earth with time to spare. We never lost an American in space. We're sure as hell not gonna lose one on my watch. Failure is not an option.
He's a good leader.
Good, you're not dead. I'm trying to get in touch with you for 45 minutes. I gotta get you in the simulators. We gotta ship to land.
What?
There's
Oh,
been an
shit.
explosion. Oxygen tanks are gone, 2 fuel cells gone, command module shut down.
What about the crew?
Crew's fine so far, trying to keep them alive in the LEM. We're gonna have to shut that down pretty soon, too.
We got a lot of people working the numbers on this one, Ken.
Nobody's too sure how much power we're gonna have when we hit re-entry. The command module's gonna be frozen up pretty good by then. They've been losing heat since the accident. They're gonna start getting a lot of water condensation on the control panels.
John's brought me up to speed. What do we have left in the batteries?
You don't really know.
We gotta get started on some shortcuts for power up.
Yeah, you know how...
I love watching movies of just really smart people just talking, you know?
I need the sim cold and dark. Give me the exact same conditions we've got in there now, and I need present status of every instrument.
You got it.
I need a flashlight. That's not what they have up there. Don't give me anything they don't have on board.
Let's get this show on the road. Put them in space, fellas.
Oh, so they're simulating it so they can figure out how to fix it down there. I see.
We had a CO2 filter problem on the lunar module. 5 filters on the LEM, which were meant for 2 guys for a day and a half. So I told the doc...
You're already up to 8 on the gauges. Anything over 15 and you get paired judgment blackouts, the beginnings of brain asphyxia.
What about the scrubbers on the command module?
They take square cartridges. The ones on the LEM are round.
Those CO2 levels are going to be getting toxic.
Well, I suggest you gentlemen invent a way to put a square peg in a round hole.
We gotta find a way to make this fit into the hole for this, using nothing but that.
Damn.
Okay, let's build a filter.
Get some coffee.
And then they're going to try to get them to build it up there. Holy shit.
I thought they didn't care about this mission. They didn't even run Jim's show.
More dramatic now. Suddenly people are...
Oh, if landing on the moon wasn't dramatic enough for them, why should not landing on it be?
I realize how hard this is, Marilyn, but the whole world is caught up in it.
People are so invested in tragedy, I've noticed. We're literally seeing it happen right now, actually. Because with all those plane crashes that happened, like, suddenly people are talking a lot more about the safety of planes. Which is what makes sense. So, you know, such an awful tragedy happens. It's gonna get people to be looking into it more. This is a little different, though, because it's not like the average person here has to be worried about their own flight, you know, because they're not going up in a space shuttle. But whereas nowadays people are looking up, like, is it safe to even travel? That's like what people have been looking up because of the plane crashes. Whereas this, I guess, is just pure curiosity. Because like I said, tragedies, people get invested in it. I mean, they're making a movie out of it. If that doesn't tell you that people are invested in tragedy, then I don't know what will. If this moon landing went smoothly, they wouldn't have made a movie out of it, you know? But whatever. I like the point that they're making there, though.
You don't look too good, Fredo. They'll survive. Some aspirin in the medical. I took some. Jim, I'm all right.
He's reasonably worried.
It was an accident. Mary getting pregnant.
Oh, shit.
You should have seen the look on my face when she told me.
Well, we didn't know she was pregnant.
Wonder if it's a boy or a girl.
You're gonna find out soon enough.
He doesn't have a lot of faith left in him.
They gave us too much Delta V. They had us burned too long. At this rate, we're going to skip right out of the atmosphere, and we're never going to get back.
Jack, they've got half the PhDs on the planet
Houston
working
says
on
are
this
right
thing.
on the money.
And what if they had made a mistake, all right, and there was no way to reverse it? Do you think they would tell us? There's no reason for them to tell us.
You mean they're not going to tell us?
Damn.
That's bullshit.
All right, there's 1,000
I guess that's
things
kinda
that have
true.
to happen in order. We are on number 8.
And in the meantime, I'm trying to tell you we're coming in too fast. I think they know it, and I think that's why we don't have a goddamn re-entry plan, all right?
Duly noted. Thank you.
All I did was stir those tanks.
What was that gauge reading before you hit the switch?
Hey, don't tell me how to fly the damn CM, all right?
You don't
They brought
even
me
know,
in
do
here.
you?
There's no time for this bullshit.
Stop kicking yourself in the ass.
This is not my fault!
No one is saying it is. If I'm in the left-hand seat when the call comes up, I stir the tanks.
Yeah, well, tell him that.
I just asked you what the gauge is reading.
All right, we're not.
And
gonna...
you don't know.
All right, look, we're not doing this, gentlemen. We are not going to do this. We're not. Gonna
Yeah, come on. You got to split them up.
for 10 minutes, because we're just going to end up right back here with the same problem, trying to figure out how to stay alive.
I do think Tom Hanks is. I want to say he's my favorite actor. I really do. It's either him or Leonardo DiCaprio, but I feel like, well, other than Andrew Lincoln, but I'm talking like movie actors, because Andrew Lincoln doesn't do a lot of movies. He's done movies, but not like none that I've seen.
All right, Houston, we're standing by for those procedures.
Christ, I know why my numbers are wrong. I only figured it for 2 people.
Why?
Maybe I should just hold my breath.
Heads up, people. Look out now.
Well, they built it. It's very makeshift.
That's what they gotta make.
Dude, they got some smart here.
Rip the cover off. All right, now the other materials you're gonna
Be careful with it.
Lithium hydroxide canister. You need 2 lithium hydroxide canisters. A roll of gray tape.
duct tape. You need an LCG bag.
Dude, how the f did they figure this out? This is insane.
All right.
Hold on, Houston. Shit, I tore it. Houston, what do we do if we rip the bag? Can we tape it?
They just tore the bag.
Oh. Oh, that's a cool shot.
Once you have the sock in place, we're gonna want you to bungee the entire.
I feel like, yeah, if I was like a family member or something, I would be able to watch that. I have to distract myself and hope for the best. I don't know. So they're on 13. Apollo 11's the one that landed on the moon, though, right? Am I correct on that?
Aquarius, please advise on CO2 status.
Yeah, Houston, we're taking a look at those numbers right now.
They just have so much to worry about. That's why it's so like that's what makes it so terrifying. It's not just one issue.
The CO2 level has dropped to 9, and it is still falling.
Yes.
That is good to hear, Aquarius.
Okay, spacecraft controlled by computer.
Oh shit. Oh, that's I didn't see that right. That's in his simulation.
The sequence was wrong. We'll just have to go back and try them one at a time.
Need a break, Ken?
If they don't get one, I don't.
There's no time for breaks.
They can't fix the damn thing in this place.
Blanche, it's Marilyn. Hi, Grandma.
Should you tell her what's going on?
I know. We came to tell you something.
I just don't know if that's a great thing to say.
Jimmy's okay. He's all right.
I guess, yeah, you can't just keep her out of the loop completely.
We get to walk on the moon.
Well, they said he.
But you know, elderly, like they have, you know, fragile hearts. I don't want to die out of fear. But yeah, or just sitting there trying to watch the TV. You know, probably better to hear it from them.
Are you scared?
You can tell she has a lot of faith in her son.
Don't you worry, honey. If they could get a washing machine to fly, my Jimmy could land it.
Jack, you'll be happy to hear that we contacted President Nixon, and he's going to grant you an extension on your income taxes. You are most decidedly out of the country.
Roger that, Houston. That's wonderful news.
Flight, I just lost level.
13, this is Houston.
Jim, we just had a dropout on your biomed sensors.
I'm not wearing my biomed sensors, Houston.
I get it, but like, I don't know. I feel like he's like, yeah, who cares? I get why they have to be concerned about it, though.
Flight, now I'm losing all 3 of them.
It's just a little medical mutiny, Doc. I'm sure the guys are still with us. Let's cut them some slack, okay?
Something about another course correction.
We copy, Houston. Be advised, it's going to take Fredo and I a while to power up the computer for the alignment platform. We have to fire the engine.
Negative on that, Jim. Spare power for the computer.
We gotta do this blind.
Houston, without the computer, what do we use for orientation?
Come on, we gotta be able to give these guys something up there.
Without the power, we can't give them reading.
I'm not talking about power, I'm talking about reference.
No, there's no references. We have a bunch of debris up there.
Houston, what's the story with this burn?
We're trying to hash something out down here, Aquarius.
Well, now look, Houston, all we need to hold attitude is one fixed point in space. Is that not correct?
Yeah, roger that, Jim.
Well, Houston, we've got one. If we can keep the Earth in the window, flying manually, the COAS
Crosshairs right on its terminator. All I have to know is how long do we need to burn the engine?
The shorter the better.
That, Jim, roger.
Can they fly it manually and still shut it down on time without the computer?
I thought they didn't want to burn the engine at all. Like, I guess they have to.
They're gonna burn the engines and steer it manually, attempting to keep the Earth in the window.
Holy shit. I feel like if this was a tragedy that ended in them dying, I don't think they would make a movie out of it, or at least they wouldn't make it like this. You know, I think this is going to be a happy ending.
We're going to burn at 10% thrust for 39 seconds. Jack, you time us. Give us a count of the last 10 seconds up to 39. Let's not miss this. You up to this, Fredo?
I'm with you. Come on, baby. One more burn.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
All right, nice, nice.
Shit, she's dancing all over the place.
Come to the right a little bit.
15 seconds.
Damn it, that's mine. Come on,
That's it. Hold it. Hold it. Damn it.
6,
Back. That's it. Hold. Shut down.
That's close enough, Jim. Good work.
Knew it. How about that, Lim, huh?
13, stand by. We're evaluating our power usage on that burn.
Let's hope we don't have to do that again.
Giving our guys enough to survive till re-entry.
Nice.
Well done. Now we gotta get them in. Tell me about the power-up procedures.
We're gonna power up guidance, ECS, communications, warm up the pyros for the parachutes and the command module thrusters.
I like how he played a big role in this. I'm assuming, you know, these are all based on real people, so it's good that he was able to help out, even though he wasn't joining.
We do not have the power, Ken.
We just don't have it.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and reorganize the sequencing again and find more power.
Let's start from scratch. Clear the board.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What the hell was that?
Sounded like an explosion.
Disc. Houston, can you confirm a burst helium disc?
We confirm that, Jim.
Houston,
Okay.
is that going to affect our entry angle at all?
Negative. Your entry angle is holding at 6.24.
Yeah, I don't know any of the shit they're talking about, so I have to base how I know what's going on off of their reactions to it. Obviously, the stuff they're talking about, I don't really understand fully. Yeah, I guess some of it makes sense. Some of it's stuff you can kind of piece together.
You're going to get the procedure up to us, whatever it is, and we're going to go over it step by step so there's no foul-ups. I don't have to tell you we're all a little tired up here. The world's getting awfully big in the window.
Deke, they don't know how to do it.
Maybe Jack's right.
Jim, we're going to get that power-up procedure to you. We're going to get it as soon as we possibly can.
Ken Mattingly's in the simulator right now.
Ken's working on it.
The sequence looks good. We're just over budget on the amperage. 3 or 4 amps.
God damn it, John, is it 3 or 4?
4. 4.
We know they have some power left in the LEM batteries, right? We have an umbilical that provides power from the command module to the LEM. Reverse it. Reverse the flow and see if we can draw these 4 amps from the LEM batteries before we cut it loose. Why can't we do that?
I don't know.
You're gonna lose a lot in the transfer, Ken.
Yeah, but all we're talking about here is 4 amps. IMU is up.
Fine so far.
Say again.
You're under the limit. Keep going.
Yeah, they got to make sure it works in the simulation. Shit, right before it. Are you kidding me?
How do we look?
It's good? I mean, it's got to go past the red line. I guess that's fine.
Oh, damn it. Thanks, I think it was really...
Oh, don't put the salad back in the bowl. It fell on the floor. Oh my god, that was the nastiest thing in this whole movie.
Blanche, these nice young men are going to watch the television with you. This is Neil Armstrong, and this is
Oh
Buzz.
shit.
Are you boys in the space program, too?
I think so. That's fun.
Well, I'm having trouble reading my own writing. I guess I'm a little more tired than I thought.
Oh shit.
Don't worry, Jack. I'll talk you through it.
That's what they thought was going to happen at some point.
Okay, find the main bus breakers on panel 11.
Yeah, main bus breakers, got it.
Close main bus B.
Oh shit. Is he going to pass out? I hope not.
Now, Ken, there's an awful lot of condensation on these panels. What's the word on these things shorting out?
Oh.
We'll just take that one at a time, Jack.
It's like trying to drive a toaster through a car wash.
Like we're still shallowing up a bit in the re-entry corridor. It's almost like they're underweight.
Now, how could they be underweight? We didn't land on the moon. Rocks. That's a firm.
Oh.
One more thing,
They're expecting to bring rocks, so yeah. This is such a nerve-wracking movie.
Uplink telemetry, command module to accept, right?
Go ahead and try it.
Uplink completed.
Yeah, that's more like
Nice.
Got her back up, Ken. Boy, I wish you were here to see it.
I'll bet you do.
I wish you were here to see it, because they would have been, you know, switched.
We are looking at a typhoon warning on the edge of the prime recovery.
Typhoon.
Typhoon warning on the edge of the prime
What?
recovery area. Now, this is just a warning flight. It could miss them.
Oh shit.
Jim, we're ready for SM jettison.
And literally, like, half the things are going wrong that just shouldn't be going wrong.
One whole side of the spacecraft is missing.
Yeah.
Right by the high gain antenna, a whole panel is blown out, right up to our heat shields.
Look like it got the engine bell, too. Can you see that?
I guess that gives them some good information about what caused it, maybe.
The heat will build up to as much as 3,000 or 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wait, so
Blanche?
that's a bad thing.
If the heat shield is even slightly cracked, the extreme cold could have split it wide open. Worst of all,
I got a priest here.
the chutes may not open at all, causing the spacecraft to hit the water not at a gentle 20 miles per hour, but at a suicidal 300.
About time to bail out of this ship, Fredo.
Dude, he's gonna die in there. He's so sick.
You okay?
I mean, it is freezing, so yeah, that's gonna make it even worse.
Can you hold out just a little longer?
Yeah, honestly, cuddle up. Like, that's the best thing you can do.
A little longer, Fredo. A little while longer. We're gonna hit that water in the South Pacific.
Have you got everybody in the Odyssey?
Yeah, Ken, I'm gonna check those pyro batteries one more time. Okay, pyro bats look good. I don't think we're gonna have to tie the other batteries.
This is it. I mean, they're almost there.
Stand by, Houston.
We have lunar module jettison.
She sure was a good ship.
Yep, that thing is gone. They're getting ready for the rescue team. Because, yeah, they have to land it in the ocean. Obviously.
Velocity now reading 34,802 feet per second. Range to go 2,625 nautical miles.
Copy that.
Like, it's just crazy how many amazingly smart people, like, figure this shit out, you know? Knowing where things are gonna lead and when they're gonna lead.
Shit, no volts, only 2 amps. It may die before the main chute's open.
Roger, let's tie all the batteries on a main A and main B.
Flight, they're still showering a bit up there. Do you want to tell them?
Is there anything we could do about it?
Not now, Flake.
And they don't need to know, do they?
Copy that.
Typhoon still present in the splashdown?
Yeah.
Parachute situation, the heat shield, the angular trajectory, and the typhoon. There's just so many variables. I'm a little
I know what the
lost.
problems are, Henry. This could be the worst disaster NASA's ever experienced.
With all due respect, sir, I believe this is going to be our finest hour.
Expect entry interface in 45 seconds.
35 seconds to entry interface.
Damn.
Gentlemen.
Yep, we're almost there.
It's been a privilege flying with you.
Flight, we have lost the radio.
Expect to regain signal in 3 minutes.
That's the blackout they're referring to. I mean, they were freezing before. They're not going to be freezing anymore, I'd assume, right? But holy shit, the speed of that, man.
1 minute and 30 seconds to end of blackout.
No re-entering ship has ever taken longer than 3 minutes to emerge from blackout. This is the critical moment. Will the heat shield hold? Will the command module survive the intense heat of re-entry? Doesn't, there'll only be silence.
Mommy, you're squishing me. I'm sorry.
She's just nervous.
Okay, flight, that's 3 minutes. We are standing by for acquisition.
Odyssey, Houston, do you read me? Odyssey, this is Houston, do you read?
The expected time of reacquisition, the time when the astronauts were expected to come out of blackout, has...
Oh my god. It's gonna be like last second. Like, they're gonna give up. I don't know.
damaged, as you remember, by the explosion 3 days ago.
Dude, I couldn't be sitting there watching this shit. I just couldn't be.
Odyssey, this is Houston.
This movie's really well edited, by the way.
Odyssey, this is Houston, do you read me?
That's 4 minutes. Standing by.
Oh my god. Come on, it's gonna go right through. They're scared of it coming out and... Oh! Oh! Well, there you go. They got out.
Hello, Houston. This is Odyssey. The
good to see you again.
Holy shit! It was just a little longer than expected.
Odyssey Houston, welcome home. We're glad to see you.
Seeing a man cry you wouldn't normally expect to cry is like, that's the hardest thing to watch. But it's like, it's tears of joy, so that's, you know, it's all good. Good thing those fucking parachutes work, man. That water probably feels so good, though.
Houston, we're at Stable 1. The ship is secure. This is Apollo 13 signing on.
Certainly they retired after this, so like there's no way they want to continue. I would be done. That'd be the last flight for me.
Our mission was called a successful failure, in that we returned safely but never made it to the moon.
Successful failure.
In the following months, it was determined that a damaged coil built inside the oxygen tank sparked during our cryostir and caused the explosion that crippled the Odyssey. It was a minor defect that occurred 2 years before I was even named the flight's commander.
Wow.
Fred Hayes was going back to the moon on Apollo 18.
Oh shit. Okay, he stayed around.
Was canceled because of budget cuts. He never flew in space again.
Hmm.
Nor did Jack Swigert, who left the astronaut corps and was elected to Congress from the state of Colorado.
Oh.
But he died of cancer before he was able to take off. Ken Mattingly orbited the moon as command module pilot of Apollo 16 and flew the space shuttle, having never gotten the measles. Gene Kranz retired as director of flight operations just not long ago.
In the 90s.
Control have gone on to other things, but some are still there. And as for me, the 7 extraordinary days of Apollo 13 were my last in space.
Okay, yeah, so he's retiring.
I watched other men walk on the moon and return safely, all from the confines of mission control and our house in Houston. I sometimes catch myself looking up at the moon, remembering the changes of fortune in our long voyage, thinking of the thousands of people who worked to bring the 3 of us home. I look up at the moon and wonder, when will we be going back?
Damn, this was good. 90s movies always knew how to end, always making you cry or something. Yeah, that was really good. Like I said, I didn't know about this like too much beforehand. I've heard about it though. I think I just didn't remember any of it. I didn't remember like whether it was like a successful mission or not successful. I've heard the title Apollo 13 plenty of times. I didn't know the extent of it. So it's always good to get to learn it through the lens of a movie. And in this case, a very solid movie. It's actually PG. I'm surprised it's PG. PG-13 was a thing at this point. So honestly, I was expecting this to be PG-13, but I guess nothing like awful happens. It's just terrifying things that could happen, or terrifying things that could lead to something worse. But they successfully got out of there, which is good. But honestly, the way the movie was just constantly keeping you on your toes, even though I like was 90% sure they were going to get out of this alive, it still makes you feel like anything can go wrong at any moment, and they can just, you know. So I think the best thing about this movie is just showcasing how good these really smart people can work under pressure, because there was like 4, 5, 6, 7 straight days of just non-stop just trying to figure out solutions to this problem, all while under really intense pressure, and they figured it the fuck out. Like, that is impressive. And obviously, because it's based on true events, I think doing a movie is a great way to like just show off what they were able to accomplish with a mission that went bad. So that was really cool. I want to see who was the composer. I'm always interested in stuff like that. Obviously the director, Ron Howard. I mean, I've seen other movies from Ron Howard. A couple of them I like quite a bit. Not all of them, though. But I really want to see the composer, James Horner. I knew it. I should have said it, because now I'm going to sound like I'm lying. But no, I swear I was going to say the music kind of reminds me of Titanic. And I'm pretty sure James Horner did the Titanic soundtrack. Hold on. Titanic soundtrack composer. James Horner, yes. So he did. I was gonna I should have said it, because then it would have sounded smart, but instead I waited till I looked it up. I could tell it felt like Titanic. I was like, this is probably James Horner, but whatever. Okay. I always love trying to guess whose music it is based on what it sounds like. But yeah, really love this movie. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you want to see the full uncut reaction, that'd be my Patreon. Link to LB in the description. Peace out, everyone.